If you clicked on this, chances are you love your kids deeply, but you still end some days feeling defeated. Maybe the house feels out of control. Maybe your patience runs out faster than you wanted to. Maybe you're wondering why something so meaningful could also feel so heavy. I'm making this video because I've been there. I'm still there sometimes. I'm a mom of 3 little kids living fully in my moms with littles era, and there are mornings where I feel like I'm barely holding it together. And not just mornings, really just evenings, days, all the things. I want to say this clearly before we go any further. Feeling like you're failing does not mean that you actually are failing. So as much as you watch me go through a normal morning with my kids, nothing fancy, nothing perfect, I want to speak truth over you. Not hustle, not pressure, truth, grace, and encouragement. Now, first, if you're feeling like you're failing in motherhood, you may be measuring yourself by an impossible standard. Somewhere along the way, motherhood picked up a highlight reel standard. The perfect patient mom, the always present mom, the mom who has energy, order, joy, and balance every single day. But that standard, God never gave it to us. You are comparing your real, lived, tired moments to an ideal that was never meant to be sustained. You don't have to be everything. You're supposed to be faithful what you have today. And today might look messy and it's still holy. With social media right now, it's really hard to figure out, well, what's real and what's fake. And, what are the things that, if I'm not doing this like this other parent, then maybe I am failing. Maybe I'm not doing a good job. And it's very easy to run into that rabbit hole. Don't do it to yourself. The second thing, if you feel like you're failing in motherhood, is that exhaustion is not a spiritual failure. Let's clear this up right now. Being tired does not mean you lack faith. Feeling overwhelmed does not mean you're ungrateful. Needing a break does not make you weak. Jesus himself rested. He withdrew. He slept. Your body and mind needing rest is not a flaw. It's human. If anything, your exhaustion is evidence that you are giving so much of yourself in love. Don't you forget that. The third thing, your kids don't need a perfect mom. They need a present one. Present doesn't mean being cheerful every single second. Trust me, I had to realize this. It doesn't mean entertaining nonstop. It doesn't mean having all the answers. Sometimes presence looks like making breakfast half awake, sitting on the floor while the mess piles up, saying I'm sorry when you lose your patience. That's okay. It's also you taking away the things that don't matter and fully giving your attention to your kids, right? If it's 40 minutes where you're sitting and doing work and activities with them, that's super meaningful when they know that you're engaged with them. Those moments matter more than you realize. Your kids won't remember perfection. They'll remember safety. They'll remember love. They're going to remember being seen by you, their mother. The fourth thing, God is not disappointed in you. This one is really important and one that I had to remind myself. God is not standing over you with a checklist, shaking his head. He sees the nights you push through, the prayers you whispered instead of speak, the love you give even when you're running on empty. Scripture says his strength is made perfect in weakness. So if you feel weak right now, that might actually be where God is closest. Don't forget that these are the moments when we're feeling like this, that he's wanting us to rely on him for that strength. He will give it to us. This season is one that really can drain us, but it's one of beauty and blessing. The fifth thing is motherhood is refining you, not ruining you. This season is stretching you in ways you didn't expect. It's exposing your limits. It's teaching you to surrender. It's inviting you to depend on God daily, sometimes hourly. That doesn't mean you're doing it wrong. It means you're being shaped. Growth often feels uncomfortable before it feels meaningful. And that's something that we can sometimes forget when we're in the messy middle, when we're not feeling well, we're not feeling like ourselves yet, because that in itself is the part when we're growing, we are becoming. The sixth part here, you are allowed to enjoy this and still find it hard. And I have to tell myself this a little bit because it's very easy to be like, oh my goodness, I don't like this stage. It's really difficult with my kids. And then feel like you are somehow saying that you hate being a mother. And that's not the case. Things can be hard, but you can still enjoy. You can still find moments. And that's where, again, the mindset shift has to happen for you. You can love your kids and still struggle. You can feel grateful and overwhelmed at the same time. Those things can coexist. Joy doesn't cancel difficulty, and difficulty doesn't cancel joy. God can meet you in both. And this is why one of my best practices is to wake up and express gratitude, regardless of anything that's happening. Express that gratitude because there's always always something to be grateful for amidst the chaos, amidst the overwhelm, amidst all that's going on. The seventh point here, this season will not always look like this. I know it feels endless when you're in it. The constant needs, the noise, the lack of personal space, and your girl here is really experiencing this. And right now I have a almost 3-month-old and a 4 and 3-year-old who are about to turn the corner as well. And I've been through that newborn stage and I'm going through it again. And I know that there's an end to that part. I've been going through the 1s and the 2s, and now I'm going through the 3s and the 4-year-olds. And so I know that it's not going to last. I know that one day they're going to be in middle school and ask me questions about things that I'm like, oh my God, what are you talking to me about? I know that this is a season and I know that it's not going to last. And that's what I always urge my other mamas to remember. The seasons change, and one day you're going to look back and realize you were doing holy work in the unseen moments, and your kids are going to thank you later for all of that. The 8th point here, you are doing better than you think. We are our harshest critic. We're going to pinpoint every single thing that we could have done better and putting aside all the things that we did do. Let me say this slowly. You are showing up. You are loving your kids. You are trying even on the hard days, and that matters. God sees your faithfulness in the small, quiet moments that no one else applauds, and he calls that good. I want you to do something for me. I want you to go and do some journaling, or maybe take a voice note and write for yourself all the things that you did. All things that you did for yourself, for others, for your kids, all the things that you did. And then go back and look at that list and realize all that's on your shoulder, all that you accomplished, and all that you should be proud of, and that you are doing an amazing job. There is no one else better for this job to be your kid's mother than you. You were chosen for that position, and I don't want you to ever forget that part, because it's an important piece of the story. You guys, it's hard. Motherhood is not an easy feat, but again, and I'll say it again, it is a blessing. It's something that I always say, it's a privilege and an honor that I have, that I was chosen to be taught by my kids in this lifetime, and I don't take that for granted. If you're watching this and feeling heavy, I want you to know that you are not alone. Please, you are not alone. Take a deep breath. Invite God into today, not the perfect version of today, but the real one. And if this video encouraged you, I hope you'll stay here. I hope you'll encourage others. I hope you'll leave a nice comment down below. And I hope that we'll create this community that's needed. We are needed. We are needed for each other, because this is a space for moms in the thick of it who want that encouragement, that grace, and to walk closer with God in the middle of real life. You are not failing. You are becoming. Now, I hope you enjoyed my background video here. There was so much happening in my day, and this is a perfect example of where things don't go as planned. But again, I wasn't failing in motherhood because I had that long checklist and I didn't get to everything in the same order. But I decided to pay attention to the cues and what was needed for today, and pivot and shift, and still know that I am doing an amazing job. Don't you forget that. And with that, I will leave you here. If there's ever anything that you need, I got you. And I'll see you here for the next one.